guys, Akil here, Forex trader, trading coach, and co-founder of Tier1Trading.com, and welcome back to another video. YouTubers, I apologize. I know I've been gone for a while now, but I've been busy. We had our 4-day free workshop in April, and the aftermath of that is working with a lot of new traders, and when you work with a lot of new traders, you have to deal with a lot of new trader questions and issues. So we've been spending all of our time dealing with those new on our platform and making sure they get off to the right start in their trading journey. But I wanted to pop in a little bit because, well, if you attended the Ascension event, you know that here at Tier 1 Trading, our goal goes much deeper than just teaching you how to trade. The ultimate goal is for you to achieve and ultimately live your perfect life. And that means freedom of money, freedom of time. And trading is the tool in which you can do that. And many of our traders on the platform are using trading as a way to either supplement their income and slowly cut the hours at their normal 9 to 5, which they despise, or they're using their trading to develop it into a business, which can be the main source of revenue for them. And in today's live trading room session, we had a good discussion about that. The markets were pretty slow. It was actually a pretty good trading week. We had 200 pips on the pound yen throughout the week. But the day was actually pretty slow as we were sandwiched between Carney speaking, FOMC minutes, and non-farms on Friday. So we started talking more about the business side. And what I want to do today in this video is share with you the clip from that live room session. So if you're someone that just wants to see charts and strategies and stuff like that, this isn't going to be the video for you. I appreciate you watching, but you're probably best suited closing it off right now and watching one of my other videos. But if you are someone that is interested in how to grow your business as a trader, someone that says that or knows that, hey, I probably don't have enough money to go full-time in my trading, and I shouldn't say full-time, but have trading be the only source of income, but I understand that I can use this skill to grow a business which can produce multiple income streams, then you want to make sure you watch this video. Now, in the beginning, the first part of the clip, I'm going to talk a little bit about how I handle social media. So a little bit about organization and time management and content creation. And then on the back end, we're going to talk about really how to take the skill of trading and to take an aspect of that skill and start branching out into different ways of making income from it. So I hope you guys enjoy. As always, leave me a comment below. Let me know what you think. And if you're new, make sure you subscribe to this channel, click that notification button. That way you're notified each and every time a video comes out. And do me a big favor, hit that like button and share this on social media. Thank you guys in advance, and I hope you enjoy. There's so much of it. And for you guys that are going on to do content creation, right? I talk a lot about the micro content we're going on. I mean, this has been a big investment for me. But here are those little, for you guys that follow me on the Twitter, on Instagram, those little quick videos that come out. 91 of them. They suck to make. Absolutely suck. But once you create these bad boys, guess what you can do? Endless. Endless. And again, I know a lot of you guys are going into kind of promotion and using social media. Endless. And they go from there. I'll show you exactly where I put them. This is my new favorite toy. I feel bad. I'm going to be ditching Buffer. But they go here. They go here, and they endlessly get uploaded. On autopilot. On autopilot. Endlessly uploaded. Oh, one just went out. So, hard work is worth it. It's just like trading. You invest a little bit up front, you get a massive payoff at the end. And then to recycle it, you can't necessarily. Twitter is weird about letting you duplicate stuff. Recycling it, you just simply go to your deal here. I'll do this every morning. I'll just recycle what came out. I'll take a look at it. I'll see, hey, which one of my posts stood out? You guys see any posts that stood out? This first column is your likes column, right? This is Twitter only. Did any post stand out to you? Oh, 103 likes. Do you think that's a quality piece of content? Now, Peter Brandt responded to it. That's why. So you always want to dig in and understand why. It's like back testing, right? Peter Brandt responded to it. Click it. Duplicate it. Put it right back in the not the hopper, but the clip. And you continuously share your best content. Although I would say do it with all your content for beginning, because your likes are going to depend a lot on your time frames. You want to play around with time frames and stuff like that, or time that you upload them, and get a good idea for when your best upload stuff is. Like, I don't really give this much credit, but it says best day to publish Wednesday. And you got information like anything else. There you go. Look behind the scenes. I hate social media as well, if you can imagine. If I weren't doing this, I would not be on social media. I'm on social media for two reasons. People want to see my kids, and I'm not a good family person or like friend as far as like seeing people, because I'm so busy. So the way they can see my life is by posting like dancing pictures of my kids on social media, or selfish promotion. But as far as like, I'm not really a big fan of social media for any. Believe it or not, I'm a very private person. But it is what it is. I want to hire a social media manager to do this for you. Yeah, that's the best way to do it. It's not, but here's, and this is a personal thing with me. I have a control problem. I think many entrepreneurs are like that. Especially when it comes, and I think the control problem comes when, George said, I don't want people creating my own content. I think if I were doing anything else, I'd be fine with it. But I think trading is so niche, right? Trading is so niche. Trading is so niche that I wouldn't trust another person. Niche, what? I wouldn't trust another person to do it for me. That's why we get people all the time. They're like, Akil, I do social media manager. I do this, I do that. I do IT. Why do you think we wanted to hire Charles so bad? You guys have no clue how long we wanted Charles to come over with us, right? Why? Not only do we have a personal relationship with Charles, not only is he a friend of all of ours, which is big, but aside the fact, right? Charles is an IT specialist, right? So he does the stuff behind the scenes, perhaps better than what Darren does. Darren's kind of learned it because, that's what he does. He plugs himself into a computer and downloads whatever learning material he needs to learn. But Charles is like trained. Charles is trained on doing this. Charles is also a trader. So bringing someone like Charles in, someone like that to say do your social media management will be worth it, because Charles is a trader. He knows what lessons are relevant, which lessons are not relevant. You bring your average Joe to do your content creation for you. Like, do you really trust them to kind of pick out what you feel is important? I wouldn't. I mean, what if they put something? What if they put out the wrong message? Who looks bad? Right? What if George does a video where he's making fun of someone not placing stop losses and he's being sarcastic? Hey guys, never place stop losses. This is why. And then someone says, "Oh, that sounded good," and it puts it out. Yeah, so I'm a control freak. I like creating my own message. I know what I value. I know what I think brings other people value, so I want to control that. We are going to be bringing on an intern this summer, and I have some work for her to do, which is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be more broad, but not as trading specific, so we'll use her for that. But Yeah, I think you can do. I mean, it doesn't it doesn't take as much time as you want. Someone asked a question, and we'll get to this break in a little bit. I promise. I'm sorry, guys. Someone asked earlier, how long does it take for me to do all that stuff? Um, Not too long if you're consistent, right? So if you make a habit, right? If you make a habit, so each day I'll do this, right? I've been using the Pomodoro technique, which that podcast is coming out today, by the way. Um, and the first thing I do is 25-minute segments. So it takes maybe 5 minutes to go through all of the posts that I put out yesterday. I just showed you how I can do it. You just scroll down, look for it, and duplicate it, and put it back in the hopper, back in the clip, right? 5 minutes maybe to do that, right? If I get in the habit of, you see stuff like kind words or quotes of the day, right? I can write a quote of the day, make an image and put it on there. I'm always grabbing quotes day by day whenever I see something cool. So if one of you guys ever sends me something, I'll put it in my kind of list. It maybe takes, I can probably produce about a week's worth of quote of the days and schedule it probably in about 15 minutes, right? Kind word, same thing. If I see a kind word, I'll copy and paste it. I already have the template for it. I'll throw it in there and just save it. That takes a minute. I can schedule it, takes a minute, whatever like that. So if you consistently get in the habit of just doing a little bit a day, it's amazing how, I mean, think about it like this. If you invest, is a half an hour a day too much to ask for? Is that too much, you think? Half an hour? Right? If you invest a half an hour a day, right? I bet you can create, and this is the quick tips, the quick hit videos, those are a little bit different because you have to record it and edit it and plug it in. So that's a little bit different. That does take a little bit longer. But a half an hour a day, if you were to just take stuff from Instagram, right? Surf Instagram, if you were to find quotes, if you were to, whatever you want to do, I bet you can create, I bet you can create at least 10 pieces of content. Would you guys agree? Create and schedule 10 pieces of content. Probably more like 15, but at least 10 pieces of content, right? So if you do that a half an hour a day and you do that every day, right? 7 days a week, right? You have 70 pieces of content that you've created. So it's like the Kaizen philosophy, just little changes. Now, again, it's easy. Once you've created it and scheduled it, if you get into the habit of what I said, where it's like you go in each and every day and you just scroll down and you duplicate it, you kind of put it back in so it auto repeats. Well, now you have 70 pieces that come out. Next week, you're adding 70, you have 140, you're repeating your other 70, right? You see how it's a slow grind? And again, some things are harder than the other. The micro content, the videos take a little bit more because you got to find you got to go through a video and find something that looks good. You got to record it, and then you got to plug it in, and you got to upload it. So that takes, maybe half an hour per. But again, even if you do one piece of micro content, one or two pieces of micro content a day, you got 15 by the end of the week. Those 15 are going to last forever, and just repeat them. Write a message and repeat them. So it's not as hard as you think. It does take some time up front, but it's well worth it. That micro content has probably been the best idea that I've done. It's by far, out of all the content I produce, and a lot of it's because video is taking over. Video is much more popular than just images these days. The micro content, that's been it's by far gotten the best response, the best engagement, because it's essentially a daily quote, but you don't have to read it. It just people don't like reading. It says it for you. So if you invest in just a little small amount of business every day, just invest a half an hour a day, it's amazing in what you can do. Again, I started the micro content last summer, and I got 90, and that's with me taking like breaks of like 3-4 months at a time. So George says, this morning I woke up and had my first sponsor request. Yeah, my man. It happened to be a women's clothing, but still getting somewhere. Look at that. But no, but it's good. That's good. Before you know it, I mean, sponsors will come out there. Now it's going to be up to you and to judge whether you want to take them or not. But sponsors will be up there. I know Latch started a podcast. Your podcast, grabbing that new and noteworthy clip. I mean, that's good. You can market that to sponsors. But they'll come. They'll come. All right, break time. No, yeah. I mean, there's a whole. Sorry, we're gonna take a break. I promise. With sponsorship, yeah, there are different levels of sponsors. Your more expensive ones are gonna be the pre-show sponsor, right? You can charge more for the ones that you say before your show starts, because obviously there's more people listening to the beginning of your show than the middle of your show than the end of your show. But there's a whole different. There's a lot of different ways you can sponsor your show. You can right before, hey, today's episode, hey guys, welcome back to the Trading Coach Podcast. Today's episode is brought to you by Gillette. Want to shave with the ultimate smoothness? By Gillette. Give that manly face a baby's feel, right? And have it right before your show starts. You can hide one in the middle, have it at the end. Have the website for your show, then put the little direct links there. I mean, shoot, you can even just do affiliate links, man. Amazon affiliate links. So many ways to do it. And that's where you start monetizing your podcast. But yeah, there's a lot of good sources to go to on learning how to make a podcast. There's a really good guy named I'm not gonna forget his name. Tom Dumas. Entrepreneurs on Fire. You guys ever heard of him? It's not Thomas Dumas. Entrepreneurs on Fire. What he does is, let me just see if I can bring up the chart real quick. And then I keep saying this, but I promise we're going to take our break. There's nothing in the market, so we're not missing anything. eonfire.com, is it? Nope. All right, so here it goes. eofire.com. John Lee Dumas, right? So first and foremost, he's got a free podcasting course. Free podcasting course if you guys want to check it out. It's free. I took the course. I took the free course, not the paid one, but good information for anyone looking to start a podcast. If you've done your research, it's not a lot of new information, but anything that can be learned is valuable and it's free. One thing he does on his site, tracks his income. Tracks his income. Shows you exactly how much he's made from the podcast and podcast related stuff. So you can get a good idea of how you can monetize your podcast, right? You can literally go here, click on the report, and it breaks it down. Total income for 2019, gross income for $500,000. Monthly breakdown, March, $155,000. February, $200,000. January, $140,000. Right? Where's the revenue coming from? Right? Entrepreneur on Fire, sponsorship, biggest one, 38% coming from his sponsors. 9% coming from his journal. So it's a product that he sells. A product that he sells. He sells I haven't looked into it, some type of journal, like a journal, I'm guessing a productivity journal, something like that. Right? Affiliate revenue, right? Affiliate links. Courses, online courses, 25% courses. Right? Biggest one, sponsorship, followed by, looks like affiliate revenue. Yep. Courses, and then journal. And again, you can dig into these full reports. Let's just see the March report, for example. Has everything here. Gross income, total expenses, how much it costs for them to operate, net profit, difference. And then why are we publishing an income report, right? This monthly income report is created for you, Fire Nation, by documenting the struggles we encounter and the successes we celebrate as entrepreneurs every single month. We're able to provide you with support and a single resource where we share what's working, what's not, and what's possible. There's a lot of hard work that goes into learning and growing as an entrepreneur, especially when you're just starting out. The most important part of the equation is that you're able to pass on what you learn to others through teaching, which is what we aim to do here. Right? And then you have different people, monthly tax tips and all this fun stuff. But I think it's a very realistic look at how you can grow a business. And I love it because he's not just saying, hey, start a podcast and make money. He's showing you how. Start a podcast as your centerpiece, right? The centerpiece of that circle. And then branch out from that. We kind of did the opposite here at Tier 1 Trading. I started a podcast after we were already educators. But let's rewind and let's say I did it another way. And I kind of did this because I had the I Am Business and Ratio Trading Mentor blog back before podcasts were possible. But let's say I wasn't an educator yet, and I'm going back to Akil Stokes's trading journey, I Am Business Ratio Trading Mentor days, and I'm just doing a podcast where I'm explaining my journey. And my podcast keeps catching fire, right? People are listening. Before you know it, I've got 30,000 downloads an episode, or a month or something like that, or an episode, right? Okay, well now I have something that has been free. I have something that's free. It's popular. People love it. What's the next question I want to ask myself? What's the difference between a hobby and a business? Now that I have that foundation built. Difference between a hobby and a business. Typically, hobbies cost money, businesses make money, right? Typically, hobbies cost money, businesses make money. So, how can I grow a business out of it? Well, let's see. I have a podcast where I'm basically teaching people how to trade. What if I start offering an ebook, right? Some type of course. A simple ebook that's on my site where I offer it for $5, right? Well, now I have a product that I can sell, and I have a podcast to promote that product. All right, what if I now do sponsorship? Podcast is catching fire. Let's bring in a sponsor. Let's bring in a broker who wants to sponsor it, right? Let's say FXCM or TradingView wants to sponsor my podcast to give them some promotion, right? Now I've got sponsorship revenue coming in. I've got revenue from my ebook. I've got revenue from sponsorship on the podcast. Let's say the ebook caught fire. People love the ebook. Akil, how can I learn more? What can I do after that? I love the ebook. It was a simple, great resource to get me into trading. How can I learn more? Personal coaching program, right? Training courses, education, right? And then you can just keep branching out whatever you want from there. Does that make sense, guys? That makes sense? If you ever get a chance to read this book, read the book. Read Gary V's. You should read Crush It as well, but the remix to it was called Crushing It. Anybody read that book? Black says, hey, I was excited before, but now. Everybody read the book Crushing It by Gary V, the remix to Crush It. Right? Great book. It's all about the social media. And basically in Crush It, he called the social media age. Crushing It, he's sharing stories with people who have used social media and forms like this to build businesses. Stuff as simple as there was a kid who just started making YouTube videos of him like smashing fruit, like cutting up fruit. And he went from cutting up fruit to like cutting a shoe to cutting a football. And guess what that kid was able to do? Sponsors started reaching out and saying, hey, we'll give you this much if you cut this on your YouTube video. So they're giving him stuff to cut. Hey, here's $100,000. You mind cutting this Wilson basketball on your next thing? Right? It talks about how you can make money in this social media age. Again, it's called Crushing It by Gary V. How great entrepreneurs build their businesses and influences, and how you can. And the difference between this and the first book is kind of talking about how to. This is giving lessons, but then it's sharing actual stories of people that read the first book and use that to grow businesses just like this. And we're doing the same thing. It's just trading. It's just trading. It's just trading. So I hope that was valuable. A little off topic, but I hope that was valuable. I mean, I don't want to gas your head up and be like, oh, it's that easy. It's not easy at all. It's not easy at all. But is it possible? Is it possible? Heck yeah. Heck yeah, it's possible. Heck yeah, it's possible. And this is a good source. Again, the website is EO Fire. Horrible name for a website, in my opinion. But EO Fire. I have no affiliation with them. I took the free podcast course and I enjoyed it. But check it out. Go to podcast. I think it says free podcast course. You can click on this. And then talk, it has other stuff about funnels and all this other stuff. Jason Stapleton teaches a good course too on podcasting and becoming an influencer. I learned a massive amount from him and Darren, because obviously they started the Jason Stapleton program from scratch in typical fashion where we have no idea what we're doing. Jason wants to do it, so let's learn how to do it. He's another good source as well. But he's also he's also a fan of John Lee Dumas, and check it out. It's worth it. You get like an email every day and just talks about logos and stuff like that and names and types of podcasts. It's fun. So George says, can you cut this video from the point in which you start talking about Fire Nation? Yeah. And I was gonna put it as a podcast, but I guess that's not as relevant as seeing the video. I can cut it up. Where should I put it? Maybe I'll just put it as today's trading edge. I don't know if anything's gonna be out there. Maybe I'll just do that. Maybe I'll just cut it and put it as today's trading edge. I'll do a little bit about money management and a little bit about the